Good evening and welcome to my channel. So, I was out in the pasture this morning and I was letting the horses kind of get to know me a little bit because I haven't been to my mom's place. I haven't been to my mom's in probably 3.5 years. And so Miss May with the baby and the paint, they don't know me. Willow's the only one that knows me, and I think Mom had just gotten Willow, or had Willow for like a year the last time I was at Mom's house up north. So while I was out there, I've been thinking about the Divine Feminine a lot for the last couple of weeks. And it occurred to me that I've got 4 female horses out in the paddock. I've got 4 female dogs in my house. Miss Janet and Miss Marianne that live next door, and Miss Gail across the street. Janice, Robin, I am surrounded by women, which is a huge change for me in my life because I always had male friends. I always had male dogs. And here I am, surrounded by feminine energy. Now I was taking my son to work this morning, and 1717 117 17171 111 ones and sevens, ones and sevens. So spirituality, mysticism, esoteric information, and the self. Oh, 171. And then I got behind a car with a license plate, 1717. And then I saw the clock at 117. I've been seeing it for several days, and usually 117 is my number for discernment, but I'm seeing it in other repetitious patterns, not necessarily 117, but like 7171, 117, 1. Like I'm seeing it in okay, the Divine Feminine. So there's something with the Divine Feminine and tribalism. I'll try to look up the 1 and 7 numerology and put it in the description, but yeah, so there's something with the Divine Feminine, and it's been coming online for me for the last couple of weeks, and it was brought to my attention again this morning. So I've got the Light Code Apothecary. Let's see what we need to know about the Divine Feminine. One more. Okay, we've got expand your bubble, observe others' realities, and extend compassion. Yes. And then central sunlight, be activated by loving light from the portal within. At the bottom of the deck. Breath of life. Allow airflow in your lungs and in your life. All right, so it's so nice being able to sit at the table and not be surrounded by all of my cards. Hold on. They're all in the hutch now, so they're all put away. Everything in its place. Okay. Card number 15, expand your bubble. wait. I just saw page number 171. It Okay, so this is linked to card number 29. Card number 29, oh no, it's not. It's card number 35. 35 is 8. Mental mirage, projections, reflections, what is real and what is assumed. And page number 171. If someone verbally projects onto you, notice if they seem a little stressed out or overwhelmed and thus not in their center. It's worth noting that the ego really doesn't like being told it's projecting and will usually deny it if you tell a person this when they are in the heat of a trigger. That's interesting because the card I was looking for was expand your bubble, observe others' realities, and extend compassion. If they are self-aware, they will likely come to the realization themselves that when they gain clarity again, simply asking them if they are triggered, if they are familiar with the term, can be helpful enough. Okay. All right, let's see. Card number 15, expand your bubble. Observe others' realities, extend compassion. This card asks you to consider what is going on for somebody else. It doesn't mean you have to like it or agree with their behavior. Just witness them without judgment. Perhaps they're moving through challenges that you don't know about. Perhaps they're doing their absolute best given their circumstances. Perhaps they simply find some things difficult that you find easy. Jumping to conclusions about them based on your own inner workings, personal shame, or projections is not the way forward. Hold on a second. Cultivate compassion. This card also encourages you to see past your personal insecurities, beyond your own nose, or any shame that may ruminate on when faced with particular situations. Shift your focus outside of your mind. You may paradoxically be creating more dissonance. All that energy that you're chewing up trying to keep your insecurities hidden takes away from your self-awareness and care. Ironically, if these aspects were online, they would likely negate any scary perceptions of yourself that you feel you need to hide or worry about. We often find ourselves judging or feeling irked by people we see exhibiting behavior that we have shame around within ourselves. When we cultivate compassion for ourselves, we have a wider bandwidth of compassion for others. I was just thinking about how much stress my mom is under right now. And this morning when her and my stepdad were finishing emptying out the truck, I had just gotten back from taking Sai to her job interview. She was already stressed out, and then when we got home, well, it's interesting because she said that the dogs have been barking for a while, but when they pulled up last night, nobody even alerted me that they were here. So definitely when we got home, Lucan started sounding off and he was mad. And you can hear, like, I don't know if these walls are thin or if I just don't have enough furniture or what, but when these dogs bark, you can hear it 5 houses that way. So, and barking dogs runs through my mom's ears and into her brain like nails on a chalkboard. So she was stressed about that, but I think she was extra stressed because of the situation between her and my stepdad. I keep hearing her voice her stress about the situation with him, and you know, I'm trying to be compassionate with her and also at the same time, like, just calm down, Mom. Like, he's going through some shit too, and they got into an argument this morning, and I just had to walk away. That's none of my business. So cultivate compassion, because other people, they project and they don't realize that they're doing it. All right, Central Sunlight, card number 52. Be activated by loving light from the portal within. Develop a deeper relationship with sunlight. Increase your energy capacity by harnessing the brightest, highest light through focus, intention, and honoring, including practical and physical means. Explore visualizations and exercises that are in alignment with the sun, including the sun in the center of yourself and the great central sun. This card represents the brightest, highest light and how we can tune into it. You are also being encouraged to work with the energies of the sun. Okay, let's see what tarot has to say. So this is Divine Feminine. I know that we're being called to form a tribe. Horses, dogs, cats, whales, orcas, dolphins, like they all live in family groups that are matriarchy based. Man got the funny idea that he should be in charge when tribally it's always been the woman. Man has had no control of his ego since the beginning of time, and he has created leadership roles that put people into servitude to the idea that the woman is less than, when we literally bring new souls to this planet. We create their bodies and then bring them through the portal of our womb. We are the intuition and the wisdom of the moon, while they are the sun. And the sun and the moon, if they're out of balance, then Earth is also out of balance. So if the masculine and the feminine are out of balance, then nature is out of balance. Women are nature. So tell me more about the divine feminine and what we need to know today about the feminine. And I would love to be able to say male or female, divine masculine, divine feminine has no gender. However, this is very much a gender-based feminine that I'm reading for, who must be in a balanced feminine energy. So what do we need to know? 7 of coins. The Hanged One. The Sun. The Ten of Wands. And one more. 3 of Swords. Bottom of the deck we have, wait till you see this. The Hermit. There's the moon. There's the moon. The Ace of Coins. The 2 of Swords. And Strength, which is also ruled by the Sun and Leo. Okay. Okay, 7 of Coins. This is patience, 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 patience with the Hermit in the subconscious. The Sun and the Moon. the time, the energy, the money that is being spent by divine feminine is cultivating patience on our own, alone. And this is a very hard thing to do, especially for women, because we're constantly seeking partnership, because we intuitively know that we need to be balanced, and you can't be where are you going?
I'm going to check and see if the water's on out here.
It would have no bearing on the hot water whatsoever, other than we got home and she started running a bath and ran the hot water for probably 20 minutes. I'm sure there's just no hot water. But yeah, so we've had to go into solitude in order to cultivate this patience, in order to recognize that we have to do this alone. And then the hangman with the moon. We changed our perspectives in the dark when nobody else was watching. And then planted our seeds during the day. I'm not taking any credit for that. All we've been doing is just showing people how we've been growing. And that's planting little seeds everywhere. Ten of Wands and the Two of Swords. As we're carrying everybody else's burdens and baggage and bullshit, as Brooklyn Born Tarot says. We're carrying everybody else's burdens, just like I was talking about in the video, their emotional and physical burdens, doing all of the labor. And we've been carrying that. We were making choices, little itty bitty choices. You think I'm not sad here on my own, that I don't have a partner anymore? I am. I'm sad. I'm lonely. But I was sad and lonely while he was there. Because even when he was home, he wasn't there. He was gone. So while we've been carrying this load, we've been quietly making little choices. We had to muster the strength to get through this, to recognize that we break our own hearts, that we hurt our own feelings, and nobody else does that to us. Nobody else traumatizes us. We traumatize ourselves. Yeah, see, my oven just rolled over from 117 to 118. Yeah, so like, no, you know, like, in the dark, we were processing the fact that we're the ones that did this to ourselves, and we're the ones who have to dig ourselves out. Expand your bubble, observe others' realities, and extend compassion. You had to do it for yourself, and now it is literally time for you to do it for other people. And it is time for a tribe of feminines, for women. We need elders, we need the maidens and the mothers and the crones, and we need to form these family units because it's such an integral part of our basic survival needs as human beings. And it's time to get back to that tribal mentality and quit thinking that it's every man or woman for themselves. Breath of life. Allow airflow into your lungs and into your life. Card 21. All right, breath of life. This card is an invitation to breathe more deeply, taking more oxygen into your lungs. It could also be an inspiration to go to a place where the air is especially clean and clear. Metaphorically, this card invites you to breathe more life force into your heart space, increasing loving presence in all areas. Knock it off. Breathing in love and breathing out love. Buzz. Simultaneously, it signifies opening your heart whilst not getting caught up in over-attachment. Loving and being loved without neediness. Loving without fear of something being taken away. Loving without the need to own or grasp this love. Letting it flow. Letting it be just as it is. Allowing it to unfold and evolve. Maybe there are times of closeness. Maybe there are times when you're on your sovereign journeys, yet you will come back together, always free but connected for as long as you choose to be. Taking in clear, clean air is likened metaphorically to surrounding yourself with people you choose to emanate your love toward. Those you trust and with whom there are mutual respect and the awareness of balanced spaciousness. And with that, I leave you at 21:44. All right, I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.